My mic was my mic was muted. Uh-oh. And now my hold on, my lamp turned um live laugh love lion. I'm Lathe. Oh God. My lamp turned off. It's been having a couple I just set it up just now and it's been having a few troubles. Let me ragdoll for a second as I try to fix this. I don't Ugh, I've oh, I've regained motion in my body. Oh my goodness. Um, I don't know why, but it keeps like turning off by itself. I just set it up. Um, I don't know why it's doing that. However, I'm gonna put on some like BGM for the stream just so that I'm not like in complete silence right now. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. We're going to unmute desktop audio. You're going to go to this. We're going to go to my stream BGM playlist. Where it is it? Where is it? Here it is. We're going to go to this one. Perfect. And is it going to tell me how my audio is, by the way? If I'm like very like audible or not. There we go. Yeah, tell me how all the audio is. Is my mic sounding good? Hold on. Music is louder than you. Okay, thank you. How about now? The adjustment worked? Good. Good to hear. Let me know. Yeah, definitely keep letting me know if the BGM is like too loud, too soft, if my voice is too loud or too soft. I did like my mic is like as loud as it can get right now, without having to like super like go into detail with it, but I will like tinker around with it if need be. Yippee late stream. I'm very glad to finally be here. I was saying this when my mic was muted, but I'm very happy to finally be back. Um, I was like really frustrated because I was like number one thing I wanted to do was stream, and I couldn't do that for the last few days. But now I'm here. I'm here. No, not the muted mic. That's never good. Music is louder than you. The adjustment worked. We'll do boss '07. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But anyways, um, I moved in. I literally in the hours like leading up to the stream, all I was doing was like trying to set up my PC properly. It took me way longer than I thought it would. Um, I realized that like in particular my streaming setup is like physically like the physical equipment I have is like more than I realized because like I have to set up my webcam, I have to set up my lamp. It's not even like super fancy streaming equipment. It's literally just a camera, a lamp, and my mic. And then I have to like set up all the wires to like connect my PC to the monitor, all that kind of stuff. But it takes way more time than I thought it would. Um, yeah. It takes more time than I thought it would. I had this. It was so annoying. Cable management, broken heart. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's so. Uh, I'm gonna, I'm gonna throw up. Um, It was so annoying. I had this particular issue with my monitor because it just would not the HDMI cables would not connect. And I was like, I have it set up. I have both HDMI plugs or like ports plugged in um and it is where it's labeled to say HDMI. I'm like, what could possibly be wrong here? Because every time I try to like set up my turn on my PC, um, what would happen was that my monitor would not turn on for whatever reason, and I didn't know why, and I was like, I remembered when I first got this PC, I had the same problem. I was like, okay, I definitely know that there's a solution to this, but like, what could it be? Because I have both HDMI ports plugged in where it is labeled on both the PC and the monitor that this is where you plug in the HDMI port. I'm like looking, I'm like trying like different buttons and stuff. Nothing is working, and then I like take out. I like took out both of the ends of the HDMI port. I like switched them around so that the one that was in my PC was into my monitor and the vice versa. And then finally, what happened was like I look at my PC like where I'm plugging everything in, and there's a second HDMI port that's not labeled. Um, and I take the plug out of the HDMI port that is actually labeled as HDMI, and I plug it into the second one, and finally it works. It's oh my god, yeah. The one labeled the one labeled HDMI does not actually work. But the second HDMI port that is not labeled and is like next to a whole bunch of other ports that I don't know what they do, that one works. Not the ports being messed up. Yeah, it's frustrating. But I got it working. I'm looking at my OBS right now. I'm looking at chat. I'm looking at everything. It's all going according to plan so far. So far so good. Um, hopefully hopefully we don't encounter any issues going forward from here. But you know, no promises. Um, I as I was like I was eating dinner, and I was like, well, I know I want to return to stream today, and I just want to stream today, and I was like, I should do like a Zatsudan, and just like talk about like my road trip and like moving in and stuff. So I like took out my notebook, and I started writing down a bunch of stuff that I could like talk about. So I'm gonna like so like the first thing I have like written down is about the road trip itself, which actually went pretty well, I think. So um, first day, um, we actually were ahead of schedule, which was nice. Like throughout the entire trip, we were ahead of schedule, which was really nice. But it still ended up taking longer than originally expected, um, because uh, we got caught in a snowstorm on like the what was supposed to be the last day, and we had to stop at a hotel and sleep there. And then the next day, we drove for like half a day, and then finally we were there. But we were supposed to get here like a day earlier, which did not happen because we got caught in the snow, which was not fun. But you know, you can't really control the weather, not the snowstorm. Yeah. Um, but yeah. My dad was on the road trip with me. We like took turns driving, took turns like resting, stuff like that. Um, whoa. Okay. Sorry, I accidentally like touched something. It's fine. Um, we're having some ice issues here, so I understand. Yeah, yeah. There's been a lot of ice. I'm not used to driving in snow, or ice because I learned how to drive in a place where it does not snow. Or it snows sometimes, but it's not supposed to. Um, but I just moved to an EST, kind of northeast area, where it does like snow pretty frequently. Um, so it's snowy outside right now. Um, it's been cold, but that's how I like it. Um, I'm definitely a big fan of the snow, so I'm very, very happy. But anyways, um, yeah, we got caught in the snowstorm. Um, and yeah, I moved from an area kind of down south. Um, well, really down south where it doesn't snow. Um, I honestly I don't know if you can like tell from my accent. Um, because like I was not like born there. I was actually born in the Northeast. But I I moved down there when I was around like 11. And then I've spent like the past almost 9 years there. And now I'm finally back up at the in the I'm back in the Northeast. But yeah, I was in the Northeast until I was around 11, moved down, finally moved back up. I did not living there at all. Um, People would often like ask me why I hated it so much, and I just could not like tell them like could not express in words my distaste um for living down south. A lot of it came down to weather and like architecture and like urban planning, I guess. I did not like that I had to drive everywhere. I didn't like it being like 105 degrees at least every single day uh, in the summer. I didn't like that I didn't get to see snow unless it was some like freak storm that completely shuts down the entire like state for a week, and causes like massive damage, stuff like that. I actually really enjoy snow quite a lot, and I'm glad I'm in a place where that's normal and that we actually have like infrastructure to actually handle the cold weather here, and it doesn't like ruin everything, and people aren't like in severe danger because of the snowstorm. Well, people can be in danger because of storms no matter what. Um, but here we do have like the buildings are like built for snowy, cold weather, which I'm thankful for. But yeah, I was like saying like I don't know if you can tell from my accent because I definitely wasn't born down there. I was in the Northeast until I was 11, so I had like a Northeasterner accent. Um, and then I moved down south. Um, and I think my particular like Northeast accent kind of like wore off because I spent so much time there so long from like a young age. However, um, my lamp turned off again. I'm going to ragdoll for a second. Okay, back to normal. Um, Still not blinking, but you know, ugh. um, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I don't think I know that my accent definitely wore off when I was down there. Um, and I did pick up a little bit of a southern accent. I try to like suppress it because I don't I don't like having one. Um, but it comes out every once in a while. Like I'll be trying to say I, as in like I, me, myself, and it will accidentally come out as like ah, like uh, I drove to work, kind of like that. Um, and the thing is, like, I was living in like a town where most people didn't like have a southern accent, so I shouldn't really have picked too much up. But I did pick up a little bit, so I don't know. I don't think there's like anything wrong with having a southern accent. I just don't like it on myself. Um, Probably because I just have no positive kind of attachment to that area. Living there myself, um, I kind of hated it, and I don't want to remember living there, and I don't like it when it reflects in my voice. Um, so I kind of end up suppressing it as much as possible, but um, I'm sure as time goes on, as I spend more time up here, yeah. I'm sure as time moves on and I spend more time up here, it'll like wear off more and more, and I'll like be more northeastern as I started out. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll come back pretty easy because I mean I was like born here and spent the first decade of my life here. So I'm pretty sure it'll come back pretty naturally. I actually I acclimated to the cold weather really easily, like way easier than I thought I would. Um, because like even though I like cold weather a whole lot, I was expecting myself to be like, oh man, this is pretty cold. Like I wouldn't be used to it because I'd spent so much time in the South. Um, but as soon as I like got here, I did feel like a little cold, but I got really used to it really fast. Which I'm really thankful for. Some people are just better at adapting to certain places. Yeah. Um, yeah, for me, I never ever got used to the heat, living in the South. Wow, you have like zero stream delay? Really? That's good to hear. I think it's like because I'm the only one using using my Wi-Fi in here because I'm finally living alone, just me in here. Um, so it's probably like not using up as much like juice, I guess. That might be it. Yeah. Um, what was I about to say? Oh yeah. Um, yeah, this was my first full day of living alone as like an adult. My dad was helping me like unpack, uh, build build furniture. Um, and this morning, he left, and now I'm on my own. He's visiting some friends in the area right now, so he's gone for a couple of days. He'll be back on Monday for like a few hours. But other than that, it's just me. Um, yeah, he's gonna come back for like a little while on Monday, and then I'm on my own completely. But yeah, today was my first full day of just living by myself. Well, maybe not full day because he was here like for a little bit in the morning and I got to say bye. Um, Tomorrow is my first full day of living alone as an adult, which is exciting. I'm very excited. I spent like all day because even though I got most of that work done throughout this past week, I've still been like all day cleaning up, putting things away, unpacking. There's just so much shit all around all around the apartment, but I'm slowly but surely picking it up. But anyways, um, what am I? Yeah, I was about to say before I like rambled on, um, that originally, before I started the stream, I was like, oh, I don't need to close the door anymore because like I'm not living with anyone. There's no one else here. So I'm not gonna bother anyone by like streaming and like talking like this. So I don't need to like close my bedroom door. But like I was like setting up stream and I was like I looked out my bedroom door and it's just like dark in like the kitchen area. And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of scary." I was like I was like I'm yeah, I hate that. Yeah, I was oh, I need I need to close the doors otherwise Slenderman will get me. Those were like that is those were the words that came to my head. I have to close this door, otherwise Slenderman will come and get me. He'll come through the door and get me. Um, I'm a big adult man, and I still need to close the door when it's nighttime. Otherwise, Five Nights at Freddy's will come. No way! You gotta get his pages. Oh God, that was so funny. Oh God, I loved that. That was so fucking funny to me. Um, just oh God, that guy like respond. I ugh, completely, completely unrelated tweet. Reply. Sees my notifications. Reply from Slenderman. Collect my pages. That was an incredible interaction. Yes. Oh God. Those are like my favorite ever like social media interactions. Is when someone just like running sort of like a roleplay account just responds to like a completely normal tweet just like out of the blue is just like in character like collect my pages. It's really funny to me. I remember fuck, it was on my birthday one time. I was just like browsing Tumblr, um, and I get a DM by this random Komaida Danganronpa roleplay account. Just just DMs me out of nowhere like, "Hi, not the Komaida, not the Komaida." I don't know if this account like still exists anymore. But like their URL was Komiba. It was kind of like a joke account, like a parody account, but their URL was Komiba. Yeah, yeah. That was my reaction too. I was, what? What? Um, it was spelled Komeba, like kind of like amoeba, but like Komiba. And it was like kind of this weird parody like joke roleplay account, and they just started DMing me out of nowhere in character, and it was like one of the funniest social media interactions I've ever had in my life. And the Slenderman collect my pages reply reminded me of that. I can't even remember like every single like thing about that conversation, but I remember thinking it was like really funny. I was like 15, so like really stupid humor gets to me. Even now, I'm almost 20, and stupid humor gets to me. But like more so back then was like, um, oh God, what was it? Oh, I'm losing my train of thought. Come back to me, come back to me. Um, yeah, it was like this like weird kind of nonsensical like conversation humor. And it was like God, something something Kode Kyo something something uh Hajime something something hope despair something something. I can't even remember it. I just remember how I felt at the reaction interaction, which was just like entertained. I felt very entertained. And that is all I take away from it like 4 years later. More than 4 years later, actually. Oh my god. I wonder how that guy's doing. uh, just oh god. But anyways, here, let me take a sip of water for a second. Let me mute my microphone. Um, but yeah, that was, despite me not remembering too much about it, that was like a very, very memorable social media interaction for me. Especially the username Komiba was um very funny to me. It still is. I like it. But let me check my notebook. Let me see, because I was talking about the road trip. I have to like write everything down that I want to talk about, or else I'll just like completely forget it. Like you saw me. I just like ramble on and on, just like from topic to topic, just like haphazardly. I have to write it down, or else I'll forget. But anyways, yeah. So it was a long, long road trip. So of course I had to like, of course we like traded places. But um, I spent a lot of time driving. We both spent a lot of time driving. But particularly like my driving just for long periods of time, like hours on end, really, really tired me out more than I thought it would. Um, and by the time we would get to like the hotel at night, um, I would be I would be so tired. I would like shower because like I've been in the car all day. I feel gross. I shower and then immediately I'm like, God, I'm so tired, and I just conk out. I've gotten like in the past week and a half, I think I've gotten like some of the best sleep I've gotten in a very, very long time, because I've just been so tired. Um, like the driving tired me out, and then like sleeping after like unpacking and like messing around, like trying to get my apartment set up, messing around, exploring like this new town that I live in, um, and just like getting used to everything has been like pretty tiring, I think. Definitely more than I would have expected. Um, but it's been pretty fun. Um, at the moment, like the thing that I work on the most is definitely like my VTuber stuff. Like that's my hobby. That's the number one thing that keeps me occupied and the number one thing I want to keep working on. And so that takes up a lot of my time. Um, However, I really do, now that I've like moved somewhere new, I really do need to focus on like really getting used to and like exploring this place and like making new friends. Because I don't have any friends here yet. I have some of my dad's friends live sort of close to here, but like kind of far. Uh, and then yeah, I am like closer to a lot of family up here than I was in the south. But they're still like pretty far away. They're not within the same state. Um, but it's definitely like driving distance away rather than what I was previously. Um, which is nice. But I still need to work on my social life. I definitely am not going to be totally um isolated, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to be totally isolated. I definitely want to make friends. I want to go hang out with people. Social Having a social life is pretty necessary. Um, I Previously I was the kind of person where I thought like I was pretty okay with like not seeing people for like long, long periods on ends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like after lockdown, I just didn't stay in touch with any of my friends. So even after like a year of lockdown, I spent like 2 more years just like not talking to people. Well, like year and a half, I guess. Because like no, I think it's like 2 years. Just like not talking to people that much, and it really ended up impacting me more than I thought it would. Um, and that seems like pretty obvious. Like, oh, you spent a whole year, like basically no human contact, except for your immediate family, and then you still don't keep contact with your friends, so you're still not seeing people. So of course you're gonna be like messed up about that and like really lonely, and like other kinds of problems from just like not interacting with people socially for like a very long time. And like obviously like that's obvious in hindsight, but where I was originally, I was I was like, oh, I don't really need to worry about this. And that was not true. That was definitely not true. um I've always been sort of introverted, and I've always been like pretty okay just like being on my own. um and because of that, I thought I would be fine just like being isolated for years on end. Um, but I need to remember that I am a fucking animal. uh, I'm not above being made of flesh and meat and being a mammal. Um, just because I'm a human and humans are pretty smart, does not mean that I am not a social creature. I require sort of a social health, I guess you could say, that needs some kind of upkeep every now and then. So I definitely need to create sort of a social life for myself. I'm a lion. I need my pride, I guess, is something that I could say here. Um, but yeah, definitely one of my big priorities is getting sort of a social life, as I'm like exploring and getting acclimated here. Um, you know, already sort of got used to like this time zone, or already got used to the weather really quickly. Kind of surprised myself there. Um, most importantly, uh, yeah, I get it. I was pretty similar during lockdown. Yeah, I get that. But yeah, uh, definitely need a social life. Um, yeah. Ugh. This looks like a bot in chat. Hello, bot. Are you a bot? Anyways, hi, despawn. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I'm not going to any links you send here. First time chatter. uh, um, what else do I have in my handy dandy notebook? Um, oh yeah. There was one night on the road trip where I didn't sleep well and I was like pretty restless, and it was because my dad did most of the driving that day. I only drove for like an hour. Um, and he like drove the rest of the time. I was always like, "Hey, do you wanna like switch? Do you wanna like take a rest? I can start driving uh now." And he was like, "No, no, I got it. I can keep going." So he like drove most of the time during that day, and as a result, I was not tired at all. Um I felt like really restless. Like I need to walk around. I need to like stretch my legs, stuff like that. Um, and I wasn't really like that for the rest of the trip when I actually did like do a good amount of driving. Um, whenever I did like a good amount of driving, I would always be like tired enough that I would just like conk out and just like sleep like 8.5 hours and then get up the next morning and start driving again. Um, but like on days where I didn't drive as much, I was definitely like, "Ah, I need to move around. I need to like stretch, blah 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 blah, etc. etc." Um, yeah. So I think the trip like in total took like 4 days and 4 nights. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 4 days, 4 nights. Um, because day one, we it was just like a half day of driving. And then of course like we get to the hotel, we sleep there. So we had like 4 nights where we were just sleeping in hotels. And then the last day was like another half day. So in total, it should be like four whole days, I think, of driving because there was like 2 half days. I don't know. I'm not good at math. Is- you could probably be watching this right now and like calculate. I'm literally going to count on my fingers right now. It's like 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights, and then a half day, a full day, another full day, uh, another full day, and then a half day, and that's yeah, one, well, half, one, two, three, four with the second half. So yeah, 4 days and 4 nights. Okay. I literally had to count on my fingers, but whatever. Um, but yeah, um, because it could have been done in like 3.5 days. And that's originally what we were going to try to aim for. And we could have made it if not for the weather. But we did have to like get a place to stay for the night when the weather did like turn really bad. But other than that, we were like pretty ahead of schedule, like the whole time. And I thought we were going to get there early. We did not, but you know, that's fine. Um, well, because like we'd get there and like what would we be doing, right? We would just be waiting for the furniture to come. Like it wouldn't have gotten me streaming earlier, because I still had to like wait for everything to come, stuff like that, and then we have to like just like oh, I'm losing my train of thought again. Yeah, we still have to like clean up, still have to put everything away, build everything, blah 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 blah, etc. etc. Um, we actually originally, I think I was like talking about this on stream before, but originally we were just supposed to leave on Friday, was what our original plan was. But because of like there being winter storms like all over like the US, it's just like crazy weather. We decided to leave early on Wednesday, and my original plan was like, oh, I'm gonna try to stream a little more before we like go on Friday, but of course like that wasn't something that I was able to do, because we had to leave early. But because of that, we managed to miss a bunch of storms. If we left on Friday like originally planned, then we we wouldn't have like been able to like do the whole trip because the weather was just like terrible. Um, if we didn't leave on Wednesday, we probably would have had to leave a lot later than Friday. Um, so everything that we scheduled was like for like leaving on Friday and then getting to this apartment on Monday. Um, but that didn't happen. Um, I think, yeah, I'm, I think we got here Saturday, but that can't be. No, it can't. No, we got here Sunday. Monday, I think. I don't know. I have terrible memory. If I don't write something down, it just completely disappears in my head. Yeah. Okay. Um but yeah, I kind of time is an illusion. I feel that. Yeah, definitely time is just not on my side. Oh God. Time just keeps eluding me. Time marches on, and I am at its whims. Yeah. Anyways, it did the furniture, when it did come, I kind of underestimated how long it was going to take to like assemble everything and like put everything away once I did have all of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought it was gonna be like a lot faster. Like maybe we'd have our furniture in and then we'd like assemble it and maybe it would take like a little bit, but like not too long. Like with the larger furniture, with like the desk, like my dresser, my drawers over there, and like the couch. I thought it was gonna be like maybe one whole day, 1 day and a half. It definitely took longer though, and I definitely have my dad to thank for that. Um, I definitely am very thankful that he like came along and like came to help me. Um, at least if not if not the road trip, then with furniture. Because I'm not well, I mean I haven't built too many things, but I would definitely say I'm not too experienced in that, and definitely he's better at that than I am. Um, so I am grateful for that. I'm thankful that he came along to help me with furniture and just like setting everything up. Um, but yeah, took a little longer than initially expected, but here now, which is what matters. I'm gonna take another quick sip of water. Hold on. Okay. All right. What else? What else? What else? What else? Uh, did you see anything interesting on your way? Yes, I saw the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. It was somehow it was stranger in person. Do you know the Bass Pro Shop pyramid? It is real. It's real. I passed it on my way. I wish I wish I took a picture, but I was the one driving at the time, so I couldn't. I would have taken a picture if I could, but I was driving. It is real though. It is in I think Memphis, Tennessee. That might be the wrong city in Tennessee, but I think it's Memphis. It's like right on the border between like Tennessee and I want to say Arkansas. I don't remember. I don't remember. Um, insane. Yeah, it was crazy. It was really funny. I was, I was driving, and of course, like I'm paying the most attention to like the road in front of me. Like I'm like mostly like conscious of like my immediate surroundings and like trying to like navigate like where I'm supposed to be like turning and like where I'm going next, and we're going over this bridge. It's like this nice bridge. Um well, we're about to go over it. We're like a mile away or 2 miles. I have no idea how to I don't know how miles work. Um I may be I may be in Eagle World. but I still have no concept of how long a mile is. Sometimes a mile is the shortest thing in the world. Sometimes a mile is the longest thing in the world, and they change constantly, and my brain has no awareness of how much they are. They're units of measurement for sure. They sure are. Um, they sure are, and I cannot comprehend them. Um, but yeah, we were like a good amount of distance away from this bridge that we were about to cross, and I'm like driving, and um and like even though I'm like focusing uh on like the road in front of me, like all the cars around me, and like where to go next, I like I'm looking at the bridge because like I'm about to like start focusing on like the road signs on the bridge, like getting on the bridge, stuff like that. And then next to the bridge, there's like this shiny thing next to it. And it's like I'm like what is that? That looks like a big thing. Like what is that? And then as we get closer, I'm like, oh, it's triangle shaped. I'm like, oh my god, it's a big triangle. It's a pyramid. Oh my god, is this the Bass Pro Shop pyramid? And I like turn, I don't turn to him, but I'm like, Dad, I think that's the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. um, I do like a little bit of a glance over at him. I'm like, Dad, look at that. And then I like turn back and I'm like, is that the Bass Pro? Dad, is that the Bass Pro Shop pyramid? He's like, what? I like point ahead and I'm like, I think that's a Bass Pro Shop pyramid. And he's like, what is that? What's the Bass Pro Shop pyramid? And I make him look it up. And then we pass it. And it's just the most like out of place, weird thing I think I've seen in a very, very long time. Um, just like, why? It's so strange. There's Bass Pro Shop. Is it? I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's Bass Pro Shop, right? It's a bass fish. I don't know. None of it makes sense. Yeah, it's it's crazy. Yeah, it's surreal. Going over like this nice bridge to this like city, and then like right next to this bridge is the glass pyramid with the Bass Pro Shop logo just like on it. It's kind of insane. It makes you feel like a crazy person. And especially as I'm like driving, because like I have to focus on the road. Um, I can only like take like brief like glances to the side every time I want to look at them, like uh blinkers, mirrors, is this guy in my blind spot, the Bass Pro Shop, uh uh stay in the lines, blinkers, mirrors, the Bass Pro Shop. Like it's so like you have to look at it, even if it's just it's so weird. Such a weird thing to see. I was like talking to my friends on Discord once my dad like took the wheel, and they were like, "Oh, Lathe, what have you seen like any like anything in particular as you were going?" And these friends, I've collabed with them before on here, Hakuya Tsuki Ogami, and Pudding and Pop, um, and they're like they're none of them are American or live in North America. Um, so they're like, oh, I'm gonna do a really bad British accent. Oh, uh, Leith, how how's your road trip so far? Have you seen anything interesting? Uh, yeah, I saw Bass Pro Shop pyramid. The what? The what? The Bass Pro Shop pyramid. And I sent them a picture. Well, did I send them a picture? I think I sent them a picture of the bridge, and I was like, the Bass Pro Shop pyramid is like right next. I'm checking Discord right now to like see. Yeah, I was like, oh god, it's such a uniquely American thing. Yeah, yeah. Oh god, it's crazy. Oh god. Yeah, I here, let me read the messages. I'm not gonna like read them word for word because I respect their privacy. Um I was like, one of the first things we're planning on doing once we get there is go to the used winter clothing store. Yeah, the place, blah 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 blah. Da da da. Yeah, I was like, haha, yeah, it's a multiple thousand-mile trip overall, but we've already put like half of the miles behind us. So we're most of the way there now. And they're like, oh cool. Have you seen anything along the way? Anything cool? And I'm like, yeah, we drove past the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid, and I put a picture of the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid in Discord, and they're like, whoa. And I go, it's really big. It's taller than the bridge to cross the river that we were driving over when we went to go past it. Aren't they just a fishing shop? Yeah, never been, but I think it's fishing and outdoors camping, hunting gear. Um, you can't see the pyramid in this pic, but this is the bridge, and the bridge is not as tall as the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. It is ridiculously big. Like a lot of places in America like have like interesting architecture, like just like kind of strange architecture like this. Like I'm sure you could find like plenty other pyramids, like pyramid sort of structures in America, but they're not like huge. They're not like gigantic. The Bass Pro Shop pyramid is enormous. It is taller than the bridge that it is next to, and it is so wide. It just takes up so much space. It is such a domineering structure. It is so surreal and weird. Like I cannot express this enough. Passing by the Bass Pro Shop pyramid on a road trip in real life is so surreal. It does not feel like real life. I I didn't doesn't even feel like a dream. It does not feel like a dream. It feels like a nightmare. It feels like something. It sounds insane to hear that. It is insane. And it was like literally just like only like maybe 30 seconds that I was passing it for, but it felt weird. It feels like driving past the yeah, nightmare fits. Yeah, driving past the Bass Pro Shop pyramid in real life, when you do not live like in the area and you're not used to like seeing it. Like this is the first time and maybe the last time I will ever see the Bass Pro Shop pyramid in my entire life, on this road trip. Uh, but it feels like, you know, when you're like dozing off, like you're first falling asleep and you like close your eyes and you're just kind of like waiting for sleep to come to you, and like I don't think this is like normal. I think no, I definitely have like a sleep disorder, and not like oh I can't fall asleep. Like it's connected to like my chronic fatigue. I probably have like some form of hypersomnia, um, that kind of thing. But for me, like when I'm falling asleep, there's like a period where I'm both awake and asleep at the same time, if that makes sense. Like I'm half asleep, I'm dozing, um, and I am aware that I am like still awake in the waking world, but I'm also asleep at the same time, and I start dreaming. Yeah, that in between state. Yeah, like I have I have like I'm dreaming but I'm awake at the same time. It's very very strange. But I'll like start dreaming even though I'm aware that I'm awake, even though I'm just like dozing. Um and it feels like that. It feels like being awake and asleep at the same time. Um and you maybe your eyes are still like kind of half open and you can still like you see your room around you, but you're dreaming at the same time. Like I can see the real world, I can see my room, but I can also see what's going on in my dream. And it's happening at the exact same time until there's a sudden like plummeting falling feeling. Like I feel like I've I've fallen from like a two-story building and I'm like plummeting towards the ground, and then I wake up with like a start. Even though like I'm like, oh, even though even though I never fully fell asleep, I like wake up with a start because I feel like that plummeting falling feeling. And that's what driving past the Bass Pro Shop pyramid feels like. That's what it feels like to me. If that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the feeling. Just like driving towards it and like seeing it like slowly get bigger in the distance, and you're not really sure at first. You're like, wait, is that real? Is the the Bass Pro Shop pyramid a real life thing? It wasn't just like an internet joke thing. It's real. And then like, you like get closer and you're still like kind of in disbelief, but you're like, that's like a glass pyramid. What else could it be? And you like drive by and it's real. It is a real structure. Like, oh my god. But yeah, oh god. I spent like the last 10 minutes specifically just talking about this. This is so dumb. It's funny though. Oh god. You're right. It is just like extremely uniquely American, like kind of, oh god, kind of thing. It's fine. It deserves to be respected. It really does. It the kind of absurdity that it is. It kind of deserves the respect. But yeah, I also thought that it wasn't real, but it is. Bass Pro Shop Pyramid, Memphis, Tennessee. Um, yeah. Hopefully that's actually the right city, and I'm not just like remembering wrong. But anyways, oh, okay, it's 12:23. That's okay. I can still keep going. I've only been streaming for like an hour. Um, so while I was exploring, like first thing I wanted to see was like my immediate surroundings, like grocery stores, libraries, restaurants. So I have what looks like to be like a lot of really good food around me, which I'm really happy about. Um, there's a bakery really close to my apartment, like really close. And I am so thankful for it. And also I am so not thankful for it because it may burn a hole in my wallet. Oh, that sounds great. Yes, it's really good. It's like a Hong Kong bakery. So they have like milk tea. They have like red bean paste like breads. They have a whole bunch of breads. They have like that kind of cake thing where it's like rolled up. I don't remember how to describe it. But they have like a whole bunch of stuff, just like really good. I'm definitely gonna go there again. But I need to make sure that I don't develop bad spending habits. And at the same time, I'm also trying to start working out again, so I don't want to eat like too many pastries, even though like I think I can like pretty confidently say that I have like some kind of problem when it comes to sugar. Like I can't get enough of it. And I don't really have that much self-control when it comes to sugar. Um, so I'm definitely trying to exercise self-control. I think that this is a test for me to see how little I can visit this bakery. Like not I'm not gonna like be like, oh, I can never go here, but I'm like, maybe this is like a once a week treat kind of thing for myself. Like, because if I like let myself go down there and like visit that bakery like whenever they're open, I will not have any money. So yeah, really nice bakery nearby. There's also like really good food nearby. Um, I like I was just kind of like exploring on foot because this is something I'm really excited for. Is that the place where I'm living is way more walkable than where I was previously residing, which is extremely exciting for me. I love walking. I love walking places. I hate driving. Um, I very much prefer to like walk somewhere or ride my bike somewhere rather than just driving there, whether it be like as a passenger or like driving myself. Dude, that's incredible. I love having that. Yes, I am so happy about it. Like you have no idea. It feels so good just to be like able to like stretch my legs and like walk around instead of having to rely on a car. It feels really good. Um, yeah, I'm really happy about that. But like initially, I was just kind of exploring on foot, um, and just like looking around, basically just like on foot, um, as many places as I could find in my like general area. And then I was like, okay, this is nice, but I need to find a grocery store. So I kind of like went into my Maps app on my phone and I like looked up a few grocery stores and I'm kind of like I'm looking at them. There's like this cool there's multiple like cool kind of like South Asian like grocery markets nearby me, like within walking distance, which is awesome. So I walked to both of them. But the the main one that I walked to, um, it was also supposed to be another market like really close to it, but I couldn't find it. Um, but oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm tired. Um, but I couldn't find that one. It's probably like maybe it was like across the street or something, and I just didn't see it. But I did see this really nice South Asian grocery store. I bought some like milk tea like packets so that I could just make it at home instead of having to like rely on buying it from someone else. I've like tried making milk tea from scratch before. I'm not good at it. So I'm really thankful that I could just like find like packets where I could just like kind of make it like hot cocoa mix. Um, I also bought some samosas. Just really good food there. That I'm really excited about having in walking distance. Definitely going to try to take advantage of that. What else? And then there's like the main grocery store, which is like a lot bigger. Because these like little markets, they're very nice, but they're very small. So they're not gonna have like everything I'm gonna need at any given time. But the main grocery store I do have to drive to. I have to drive to, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But that's okay. But I know where it is now, and I can just go grocery shopping for myself. Um, rats. Rats. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's a short drive. Not really a short drive either. Um, the biggest thing I think is just like getting there maybe midday. Because the last time I went, um, there was a lot of people there because it was kind of rush hour. and people were just getting out of work and just going to the grocery store after work. But if I go there midday, it shouldn't be too busy. Um, and my schedule is like pretty open. Like I definitely need to double check it, and especially like as college starts, I need to see like specifically um what I need to do for it. But I pretty much have most of my classes like on one day. So my schedule is like pretty free, which I'm definitely excited for. And I'm going to try to like schedule streams around that. Um, which is going to be fun for me, I think. Yeah. What else? What else? Nice. I'm really excited. What else? Um, notebook, notebook. This is this might show up on stream. I hope it doesn't. Um, but one of the most like noisy things that I'm gonna like that might be audible on stream are these fucking planes. Um, some of them are quieter than others. Um, but and like I definitely have like noise suppression, like noise gate stuff, so it'll probably like um most likely like not show up on stream. I haven't heard any yet if you've had one pass. Not I actually don't think I've heard any planes today, which is strange. Maybe it's I have no idea. Um I have no idea why. Um but there's like yeah, there's a lot of planes that come through here and they are very loud. Some of them louder than others to the point where like at one point I was like, "Oh my God, how low are these planes flying? Um, that they're making this much noise." Like I was like kind of worried um that they were like flying too low. Like whoever was like directing the planes was like not doing a good job at like helping them land because they were like too low. But I looked out of my window and just it just seemed like they were just like a particularly noisy plane. Um so that might show up at some point. Um hopefully not, but you never know. Like hopefully noise suppression, noise gate like covers it. But other than that, I don't know. We just have to be prepared. Um, yeah, I think it's yeah. I mean, I haven't heard any so far, so we're good right now. But they might show up sometime on stream, and in that case, we just have to be like, oh well. Um, let's see. Um, no. I have like in my notebook here, like in all caps, no! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Um, yeah, I'm excited for snow. Um, I've been taking a lot of pictures, um, a lot of pictures of all the snow. It's really, really pretty. I'm really happy to finally like have snow again. I'm just really excited for it. I said this earlier, but like I got um really used to these I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I got really used to the temperature here really fast. Um and I'm the kind of person who gets like very excited and energized when it's very cold outside. Um and something that helps that is the snow. I really love snow. I'm so glad to finally be in a place that snows again. I want to my like snow checklist is like catching snowflakes on my tongue, building a snowman, and having like a snowball fight. And I've gotten 2 out of 3 of those already. Um, my dad's ex-wife came like visited us for a day, and we kind of had like a mini snowball fight. Um, and it was kind of small though. I think I can do better. I can have a bigger snowball fight. I'm gonna look forward to that. I caught snowflakes on my tongue. That's like it's like the little things, right? That makes you really happy. At least for me, definitely. Um, I'm really happy that I'm able to do like very, very like small little things, just like catching snowflakes on my tongue. It makes me happy. Um, and then I haven't built a snowman yet. I definitely need to do that before it melts away. Um, yeah, definitely need to build a snowman before the snow starts melting. I've got a good amount of time. It's still January. So I don't have to worry about that too much. Um, but you never know. When February comes, it'll probably be like, yeah, it'll probably be more likely that the snow's gonna melt soon. So I gotta take advantage of that. Um, what else? Handy dandy notebook. Gym. I'm trying to start working out a lot again because I was trying to exercise like daily a while ago. Uh like I was going on runs every single day like before I started VTubing this year or 2023 I mean. Um because I was VTubing a little bit like 4 streams in 2022. That's why I said this year because in my brain it's still 2023. And last year is still 2022. It is not. It is currently 2024 and last year was 2023. But anyways, um I remember we got snow up until April one time. Wow, that's a lie. Um that's fun though. I love snow. I kind of hope that happens to me. But anyways, um, what was I saying? Yeah, the gym. So I was running like every single day, up until like late August, early September, in 2023, because that's when I started streaming. And that was when I was like, okay, I really gotta buckle down, stream every day. Um, and I've got to like start working on projects like related to VTubing, that are gonna like help me with VTubing, like covers, certain art projects, stuff like that. Um, and the time that I was using for exercise, got dedicated to VTubing stuff instead, which I don't regret. I just wish there were more hours in the day that I could dedicate to exercise and VTubing stuff. But I'm trying to like plan my days better now, so that I can do both. Because I definitely want to stay in shape, and I want to run a lot because running really helps with singing. So it's definitely very valuable for me to do. Yeah, same here. Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, for the past like few months, I've just been uh, like full steam ahead. Got to work on this VTubing stuff, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been having a really good time with it, but it's also cut into like other things that I've been wanting to do. And I don't regret like focusing on VTubing stuff. Like I said, I just wish that there were more hours in the day, um, so that I could do all the stuff that I want to. But unfortunately, we only have 24. So uh, I've decided I'm going to try to start scheduling things better, at least for my day to day. Um, I've noticed that something that I really like to do is I like to like go on walks after I'm done streaming, just like as a cool down. Hold on, my throat's really dry. Let me take a second. Okay. Yeah, so after I do like streams, uh, what I like to do as like a cool down or like as a break before I start working on other stuff, um, is I like to go on walks. So as soon as I like turn off the stream, well, when I was streaming, I also had work. So often what would happen was I would turn off my stream and then immediately like rush to go to work. Um, because I was kind of like not timing things really well. But on days when I didn't have work, what I would do was I would turn off the stream and then I would like sit back in my chair and go, oh. And then I would get up and I would go on a walk for like an hour. Um, and I really enjoyed that. I think that was like a really good cool down for me. I got like fresh air. I got like a good. I got to like stretch and move my body, and that felt really good. So I think I'm going to continue to like schedule streams for like during the day, or at least like if not the day, then like the early evening, um, so that after I stream, I can just go on a walk. Or specifically, what I want to do is that my apartment building has a gym inside of it, which is really nice. I'm really grateful for that. So what I want to do after I stream is I want to go down to the gym and I just want to run and walk on the treadmill for like an hour. I haven't built up the endurance to be able to run for like more than a certain period of time. Kind of short, honestly, but I'm getting there. Most of the time is dedicated to just like walking on the treadmill, and walking is like really good for you as well. So I walk and I run on the treadmill for like an hour. Um, and I think I want to move that to like after streaming, because that's like a good cool down for me, I think. Um, and that's like good because like after I stream, I'm like I get to stretch, I get to move around, feels good. And then I sweat, and then I go take a shower. And like even if I'm like not really doing anything when I'm streaming, and I'm just like sitting around here like chatting with you guys, and it's like a ton of fun for me, I still like kind of feel kind of yucky afterwards. And I feel like I feel that way after doing any kind of work, even if it's like for hobbies. I feel kind of gross, and I want to shower. So I don't want to like shower twice a day. Like after like at night and then like in the morning. So what I want to do is like, because like streaming energizes me too. So if I stream in the morning or like during the early like afternoon, it's really convenient for me because then I can just go and I can shower after I work out, after I stream. So it really matches up with my schedule like a lot better. So I really want to do that. And that's what I'm gonna do with scheduling. Um, what else? That I mean, that's how I'm gonna try scheduling my days is what I mean. Um, let's see. Oh yeah. Uh, yeah. Um, I also want to set up like stuff for recording my singing, um, because I actually have a lot more space in this apartment than I thought I would, and I was like really kind of nervous moving here because I was like, oh, what if I get noise complaints from like singing, blah blah blah. But I actually have enough space that I don't think it's gonna be like a problem. Like if I set it up right, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. And I'm saying this as someone who like really likes to belt while he's singing. Um, I'm pretty confident that it's not gonna be too much of an issue. Um, which maybe is overconfidence, but you know. um, I'm like in a spot in my building. I'm kind of on the corner on the edge. So I don't have neighbors like all surrounding me. So the amount of people to get noise complaints from is like minimum, like the bare minimum amount of people. Um, and I also have like my room is like on the very edge. So the only neighbor that I have, like where I am in my room right now, is like beneath me, like on the floor, um, lower than me. Um, so I can like that's like the only person who would probably have like any kind of noise complaints for me, and I don't think my voice would like travel down to the floor beneath me. I think it's mostly like if I drop something on the floor or if I like have like heavy footsteps or something, and that might be. I don't think my voice would carry down, but who knows? Um, but yeah, I think I'm in a really, really lucky position right now, and in like a really good position for singing and stuff. So yeah. Um, I keep closing my notebook. Sounds like it happy for you. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. I'm very, very happy. I feel like I got really, really, really lucky with the position I'm in right now. I actually, yeah, I did get really lucky. Honestly, I probably couldn't have had like a better situation. Like this is really good. I'm really happy that I most likely don't have to like rent out like a recording thing like outside of my apartment. I can just record in here. Um I'm really happy. I'm really lucky. um yeah, I'm definitely really grateful for like the position I'm in right now because I'm extremely lucky to have been able to like but anyways, um what else do I have? I have um yeah, the last thing I want to touch on is like setting goals for myself. Because that's one thing that definitely like drives me forward and pushes me to be better, is setting goals. So I want to set goals for the rest of this month. I have like we don't have that much time left in this month. That's okay. Um, ugh, I still wanna. Ugh, sorry, excuse me. I want to make the most of it. Um, I want to make the most of it. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna try to set like a realistic goal for myself, and I'm gonna try my best to achieve it. Um, I think I want to start trying to record a new cover. Um, I have like I have all the English lyrics done for like a certain cover that I want to do. But I'm thinking of doing a different like kind of shorter, easier cover to do um before I start working on that one. Um, and I'm also thinking of like handing the mixing over to like someone I commission, because you can probably tell, but I don't really know anything about mixing. Um, so I'm thinking of commissioning someone for that. Um, but 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 sorry, I'm Heather's brain rot right now. I've been listening to the OST. You were I am all that you need. Anyway, Heather's is so good. Heather's is so good. I love Heather's. Heather's is so good. But I need to stay on topic. um, uh, what am I saying? What am I saying? Um, yeah, thinking of handing over the mixing to someone else. The two covers that I was thinking of doing, were either "It's Over, Isn't It?" By Rebecca. Sorry, I'm tripping over at words right now. Rebecca Sugar. from Steven Universe, or Cell Phone Love Story by Mafu Mafu. Um, and I've completely finished the English lyrics for Cell Phone Love Story, and I think I'm ready to start recording it. But I also want to record It's Over, Isn't It? Because it's kind of shorter and kind of easier to practice. And I think I've got it down. So I can like get that one out quicker than Cell Phone Love Story, and then I can focus on Cell Phone Love Story, which might take a longer time. And I definitely want to try getting a quicker cover out sooner, just because it's been so long since I've done one, and like so long sounds bad. Uh, a lot of people don't do covers for like months and months on end, so I guess my streak right now is pretty good, but I still want to do them both. Still want to do it like pretty um, soon. I really want to build up like a portfolio of like covers that I've done. So next goal is to finish a cover, and that's probably gonna be It's Over, Isn't It? I really, really adore the Steven Universe OST. Um, I actually I rewatched it like not too long ago. I enjoyed watching Steven Universe better as an adult, um, because I feel like the um the themes of like mourning and grief and loss, I think, get across better um when you have more life experience as opposed to like watching it as a kid. But anyways, um, those are both good choices. Wow, I'm really glad that you think so. It definitely does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, yeah. So it's probably most likely going to be It's Over, Isn't It? And then Cell Phone Love Story. And we'll see how that goes. Um, I'm still like I'm still not fully unpacked. I'm still cleaning up my apartment, still, because it takes so much like work and effort, like and time more than I thought it would. Um, there's still so I'm literally looking at this corner of my room. It's mostly finished, but I still gotta like put a bunch of shit away. Um, so I'm just trying to take it just one step at a time. So as I'm doing a bunch of all these tasks that I gotta do, cleaning up, putting stuff away, setting things up, other miscellaneous tasks, exercise, college, all that kind of stuff. I'm also going to do my best to try to fit in all the normal things that I do, as well, like cover work, artwork, stuff like that. It's really important to me that I get to work on those things, and I have a lot of fun with them. They Having them to be able to like spend my time on definitely is something that is like pretty important to me. Um, and I really, really want to start working on covers again. But yeah, I think I think for now that's all I have to say. I don't have too much else that I can think of right now. I'm sure like as we go on, as I go on, I'll have more stuff to talk about. But like for now, that's all I really have that I remembered from like the road trip and like unpacking this past week and a half. Um, oh, I upgraded. I upgraded from sleeping on the floor. I've been sleeping on the floor for the past like 3.5 months, and I finally got a futon. Okay, that's the last thing. That's the last thing. I'll talk more about my floor sleeping later. Yeah, sleep upgrades. Yeah. Yeah, the futon is really nice. I didn't expect myself to like it as much as I do. But anyways, um we'll talk we'll talk more about it later. I'm going to wrap up stream. We're gonna end stream. I'm gonna rest my voice, and tomorrow is another day. I'm going to try my hardest to stream more, try my hardest to get more stuff done for like VTubing stuff in general. And yeah, hopefully, oh, yeah, hopefully everything works out. I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna work hard. But anyways, let's see who's streaming so that I can raid. Um, let's do Kanede Izuru is streaming right now. Yeah. Alright, glad to see you're settling in well. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for coming. It definitely uh means a lot to me. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for chatting with me. Um, hope to see you again soon. All right. Uh, I was worried I wouldn't be able to make it. Lol, glad I came. Yeah, take care. Yeah, take care. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you were able to make it. Thank you so much. All right. See you later. Bye bye.